ATV was pronounced dead at the hospital. The riders on the ATV, ages unknown, were transported to the local hospital for treatment. The driver of the vehicle was taken into custody. The investigation is ongoing and charges are pending review. 2 overnight shootings in Milwaukee as well. The first was around 10:30 Friday night on Fond du Lac Avenue. A 36-year-old was fatally shot and pronounced dead on scene. The second was shortly before 2 a.m. this morning on West Custer Avenue. A 17-year-old was transported to the hospital. Both cases are still under investigation, and anyone with information is asked to call the Milwaukee Police. Charged for child sexual assault in Oconto County. Oconto County District Attorney's Office charged 65-year-old Isaiah Cupino for child sexual assault, child sexual exploitation, and possession of child pornography. Cupino works as a family physician in the village of Leno, Wisconsin, and was arrested and booked into the Oconto County Jail Tuesday night. The judge overlooking Cupino's case has set bail for $25,000. Cupino's next appearance in court is set for September 11th. Up to 23 cases of measles in Wisconsin. 9 additional measles cases were reported on Friday in Oconto County by the Wisconsin Health Department. Measles is a highly contagious, serious disease caused by an airborne virus. So far, no deaths have been reported. 2 doses of MMR vaccine are about 97% effective at preventing measles. An extended closure in a major interchange is about to affect your ride. Debbie Loziga has more details.
Commuters, get ready to adjust your drive. The DOT's Brian Purse told us that 2 major ramps at the Hale interchange are shutting down completely.
The first one is September 2nd. That's westbound 894 to southbound 43. And then the second system ramp, northbound 43 to eastbound 894. That closes 2 nights later, September 4th.
This full 45-day closure is for some serious bridge repairs. So you want to plan ahead to avoid getting stuck and keep your eyes open for those detours.
A reminder for all drivers, all of the construction work is weather dependent. Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 9:04.
Sponsored by AccuNet Mortgage.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
After writing 3 unsuccessful offers, Brenda decided to make a no-regrets offer on this next property. She offered $35,000 over asking and promised to complete the purchase even if the appraised value came in as much as $25,000 below the accepted offer price. Why? Because she was tired of losing, and because her AccuNet loan consultant showed her that even in her worst-case scenario, no additional money would be needed at closing, and her payment, which on this home was much more affordable than others she wrote offers on, would only increase by $17 a month. Brenda's no-regrets offer, backed up by a rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval from AccuNet, was accepted over several others. And wouldn't you know, the appraised value came in at the significantly higher than asking purchase price, which happens 9 out of 10 times in our experience. If you or someone you know wants help understanding what a no-regrets pre-approval might look like, get started by clicking on the blue button at AccuNet.com. That's ACCUNET.com.
You have never been to an all-inclusive resort? Well, neither have I. Hi, it's WTMJ Steve Scafidi, and this winter, we're going to rectify that. My wife, Kathy, and I have teamed up with Fox World Travel to check another travel wish item off our list, and you are invited to join us. We'll be flying nonstop from Milwaukee to sunny Cancun and staying at the ultra-chic luxury resort Secrets the Vine. This adults-only all-inclusive resort offers unlimited luxury where so much is included. Best-in-class service, gourmet a la carte restaurants, top-shelf drinks, 24-hour room and concierge service, endless day and nighttime activities, and more. Come with us, soak up the sun on the beach or one of 3 sparkling infinity pools, enjoy sommelier-led wine tasting, or explore the Cancun area. You know my trips sell out fast, so if you want more information about the February festivities, contact a travel advisor at Fox by calling 866-GO-FOX-GO or their fabulous website, foxworldtravel.com.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. Brewers won 7-2 against the Blue Jays yesterday. The next game in the series is today at 2:07. Taking a look at the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic, we're going to expect some closures on I-41, the 45 North ramp near Watertown Plank Road. Other than that, no major incidents, no major delays.
This report sponsored by Exterior Pros and Baths. Trust the pros and kick off your home transformation. Want to save big on your next home improvement project? Visit extpros.com today for expert services at unbeatable prices.
Here's here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Today, mostly sunny, high of 71 degrees. Overnight tonight, chance of evening showers, cloudy, low of 58. Tomorrow, sunny and beautiful, high of 76. Monday, sunny and beautiful as well, high of 78. Tuesday, mostly sunny, high of 78 degrees. Right now in Green Bay, it is 58 degrees. In Madison, it's 61. In Waukesha, it's 63. And in Milwaukee, we're at 65 degrees. I'm Elizabeth Linton at Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 9:07.
The following program, the Fox World Travel Show, is paid for in full by Fox World Travel. The advice and opinions expressed during the Fox World Travel Show are solely that of the hosts and guests of Fox World Travel and not WTMJ or Good Karma brands. Need a vacation? Whether it's the trip of a lifetime or a weekend getaway, we can help. This is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Hey, I'm on vacation every single day, every single day.
Labor Day weekend, hopefully a long weekend for you. Thank you for joining us. Rose Gray in studio again this week. How are you?
Well, here we are working.
We are working.
I don't call this work.
No,
I really don't.
This is fun. This is fun.
Yes.
Although you have to travel a long time to get here and get home.
Yeah,
So
I do.
I don't know if people realize the commitment you have to this show.
I have a commitment in that I want to be in the studio.
Yes.
I want to be here face to face with Elizabeth and Isaac and Dayton, and I want to interact with everybody because if I would be calling in, I would feel like I would be missing out on all the fun.
Yeah. So another week, another day to talk travel here.
Yeah.
Any big exciting news that we need to know
Well,
about?
a couple of things. If you were listening last week, Saturday, you know, we had Steve Scafidi on, and he is doing something, again, a little out of his comfort zone, which is going to an all-inclusive resort in Cancun, Mexico. And we made that announcement last week, Saturday. And then we had a sort of a welcome get-together with some of the guests that are going on his Sicily Malta trip. And as I predicted, many of those people were on their phones booking that Cancun trip while we were upstairs in the party. So that's actually going really well and fast. So if you just heard Steve Scafidi's commercial before we came on air or before we started the show, he's not lying. His trips do sell out fast. So if you're interested in that, 866-GO-FOX-GO, Monday through Friday. That's 9 to 5, which is great to talk to a human being. But if you want more information, it's foxworldtravel.com under the vacation tab, under the group tours tab. And there you will actually find all you need to find out about all of our group trips, including Steve Scafidi's winter getaway.
He's going to be in Sicily, Malta, October 3rd through the 16th.
Right. And I'll be there too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So will we bump into you? No, because I'll be on the Best of Italy trip that week.
Yeah, I'm going to be on a little island.
You'll be down
waving.
south,
exactly.
looking up north at us and saying, hey. So who's doing the show those 2 weeks?
Oh, I've got Colleen and Andrea all lined up for all the shows, so we're good there.
You're good to go. I'm assuming Libby Collins will be filling in for me.
We would assume that.
Yes.
We also want to mention to everybody, if you text FFOX W World T Travel, so FWT, to 855-616-1620, you will get a link to our Alaska excitement.
Yeah.
Because we are selling out fast. If you go to that same page that Steve Scafidi's trip is on, and you go to Alaska, Hawaii, and North America, many of these are sold out. In fact, I see that mine is still there. And there is one seat left on mine.
Oh, man.
The Hawaiis are going very, very fast. I'm sorry, the Alaskas are going very, very fast. Alaska is just right up there with such an important part of our business. Colleen has curated in the group department, has teamed up with her what I call 2 great programs, and we sell them out every single year. So FWT to 855-616-1620 will get you all the information that you would like about what's going on. You'll actually get the links to the Alaska program.
Perfect. We are going to take our first break, but we'd love to hear from you. That same number, 855-616-1620, is a Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. Get your calls and questions in for Rose. It's a Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Metro Builders Association Parade of Homes presented by Nuns. See 12 new homes by MBA Builders in 2 Menominee Falls neighborhoods, Quietwood and Bella Vista Estates. See the latest new home designs, grand finishes, and cutting-edge features in convenient subdivision locations that offer exciting opportunities to build your dream home. Don't miss the Metro Builders Association Parade of Homes, August 9th through September 1st. For tickets and hours, visit mbaparadeofhomes.com today.
Bank 5-9 has a mission to make lives better. They make it a priority to give back to their customers, communities, and their employees. In fact, Bank 5-9 was just honored again by the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel as a top workplace. That makes 16 years in a row. Want to learn more about working with the great people at Bank 5-9? Visit bank59.com/careers. Equal Opportunity Employer, member FDIC.
The Labor Day savings are already here at Kohl's. Right now, you can shop unbeatable deals store-wide. Save thousands on furniture, appliances, and mattresses only for limited time now through Labor Day at Kohl's. WTMJ's John Burke here. I shop at Kohl's at all the different stores and online. And you can save 60% on furnitures and mattresses, then take an extra 10% off. That's right, 60 plus 10 on sofas, sectionals, dining sets, and more. Or discover your dream mattress and take home a better night's sleep at Kohl's best prices. But that's not all. You can also save even more on appliances with Kohl's exclusive Labor Day prices. Take an extra 5% off kitchen and laundry appliances from your favorite trusted brands. At Kohl's, they guarantee the best price in town. But hurry, Kohl's Labor Day sale is only available this weekend for limited time. Shop right now through Labor Day. Visit any Kohl's location in West Allis, Oak Creek, Delafield, or Grafton, or shop online at Kohl's.com.
Step up to quality furniture. Get more for your money at Kohl's.
Here's a dose of reality. Driving under the influence of prescription painkillers is just as illegal and just as deadly as driving drunk. In fact, there are nearly 2,000 drug-related crashes every year in Wisconsin. Help prevent drug driving, and let's achieve 0 preventable deaths on Wisconsin roadways. Driving on pills kills. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Departments of Health Services, Transportation, and Justice.
Hey, this is WTMJ Steve Scavidi here to talk about my brand new show, WTMJ Outdoors. This week takes us to central Wisconsin. We talked to Mallory Payne from the Plover Tourism Department. All things recreation, outdoors, on their waterways. And then we go to a fishing guide in southeastern Wisconsin. All things fishing. All things Wisconsin outdoors. Join us every Saturday, 2 to 3, right here on 620 WTMJ.
It's WTMJ Outdoors, presented by Outdoor Living Unlimited. Planning a vacation? We've got you covered. You're listening to the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
Before we get to these calls, somebody texted in, Steve's trip means people won't be able to go to the Super Bowl and the Packers will be there with Micah Parsons.
And Rose Gray already has that under control because you can fly on Saturday. You'd leave the trip one day early to San Francisco and go to the game. Don't think Steve Scafidi and I haven't already talked about that.
Yeah, of course. All right.
I mean, because, the Super Bowl wasn't really in conversations when we were choosing the dates for Steve's trip. Micah Parsons changed all of that.
Isn't that crazy? One guy can get people so excited.
Reggie White did it.
I know. Let's
changed
go.
The face of the franchise.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. Siding Unlimited, WTMJ talking text line is 855-616-1620. Let's go to Veronica in Dousman. Good morning, Veronica. What's your question?
Hey, we're planning on going to Mexico sometime in February, my husband and myself. We'd like to go to an all-inclusive, and I was just wondering if you might have some suggestions. We've been to the Rios in Playa, whatever that is. Here,
Playa del Carmen, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, not there. Riviera Maya.
Yep.
We do love the Riviera Maya area, but it doesn't have to be there.
Okay.
And we're looking for a good value. We don't want a loud property of music constantly or any of that stuff.
Okay.
A little bit more relaxed, but we do like kids.
Okay. So any of the
any suggestions?
Yeah. So any of the Secrets properties are adults only. Now the opposite side of that, just like Sandals has beaches as their kid-friendly resort, Dreams is Secrets family-friendly resort. But quite frankly, if I was going to choose between Secrets and Dreams, and I was hoping to have a more laid-back experience, I would definitely choose Secrets. Now, you may have heard, as we were coming on the show today, we were advertising Steve Scaffidi's upcoming trip, February 1st through February 8th. And he is staying at Secrets the Vine. Now, Secrets the Vine is actually in Cancun, so it's on the Strip. So when you fly into Cancun, you can either go south to the Riviera Maya, or you can go north to the Strip of Cancun, which is Kukulkan Boulevard, which is, resorts a little bit closer together. You're still protected by fencing and security and all that kind of thing. And he's staying at Secrets the Vine. Now, I will tell you this, your call came at a perfect time because we got a text that says, we've been to Secrets the Vine twice, and it's one of our favorites. The beach is absolutely stunning. The resort is modern with lots of bars, pools, and restaurant options. The staff was wonderful. Anybody going with Steve will be very happy this year. So quite honestly, you could look at just about any Secrets resort, and there are a number of them in both the Riviera Maya and the Cancun area, and be very delighted with the level of service and the fact that there are no kids there. But again, if you're looking for a better price point, I think then you probably would want to take maybe a step down. Some of the reuse are fine, but when you stay at reuse, are you experiencing kind of loud bumping music at the pools?
That was years and years ago. Okay, I don't recall.
Okay, because it's still like that. But oftentimes, many resorts will have a adults only pool set aside, or they'll say this is going to be the party pool for the day, and that's where the bump and music is.
Mm-hmm.
And Dayton's shaking his head because he's been to a bunch of these.
We've been to a bunch, and that's typically the case. One of the pools is the party pool, and then there's another one or two that are just more laid back, and you can sit around.
Right, exactly. So,
and if you had a medical issue, are there doctors on staff at these all-inclusives?
Typically, it may not be a doctor, but it might be a nurse practitioner. There will be some sort of a health area, but I will be very honest with you. If it's something even a little serious, they will immediately send you to a hospital. They're not going to really step in. They can help with somebody cut their foot at the pool or something like that, and they can do, bandage that up. But even if there would be stitches required, likely they'd send you to a clinic.
Okay, cool. All right, very good.
Thanks for listening, Veronica. Have a great Labor Day weekend. 855-616-1620 is the WTMJ talking text line. Let's go to Debbie in Waukesha. Good morning, Debbie. What's your question?
Good morning. Our family has been on many Caribbean cruises, and we know all the islands we can walk off and just go do what we want. This time, my husband's favorite ship is going around Japan. And so we know nothing of the country, nothing of anything. Can I tell you the ports that we're going into? Is it safe to get off and walk off? Is it something you can do? Do you need to book an excursion at every port, I guess is what I'm asking.
So is the entire itinerary Japan?
We land in Iyusu, South Korea, and then the rest is Japan.
Okay. So, and what ship is it, if I can ask?
It's the Norwegian Spirit.
Okay, and so that's a smaller one of the Norwegian ships. And that's good because when you are on a large ship, sometimes it can't get close enough for you to see any of the cities and that kind of thing. But as you're arriving or approaching these ports, you're going to be able to see the city from the ship.
Okay, I don't need to tell you the individual cities, so you think we can walk off in them?
I'm looking at the Norwegian Spirit's itinerary right now because I kind of I had a feeling that might be one of, I have 3 of them up, and when you said the Spirit, I knew exactly which one to look at. And I think, first of all, Japan is a very safe country, an incredibly safe country. Some of the itinerary that I can see the route. You will be close enough that you can see the mainland as you're sailing. Now, some of the times you're a little bit farther out and you're not going to be able to see it. But that particular itinerary is very Japanese immersive, and you're going to really be pretty happy, I think, with your itinerary. And again, I just stress Colleen did a Japan trip last year. We're doing a Japan trip in 2026. And honestly, we feel very, very comfortable with the safety factor as far as Japan is concerned.
My question is, we're all in our mid-70s-ish, and, how far of a walk is it into the city?
Each one is different. What you'd want to do is do a deep dive into each one of the ports and find out,
We've tried that.
Are you tendering in?
That's why I'm calling you.
Yeah. Are you tendering in, or are you docking at each one of the ports? If you're tendering in, then they're going to just, as you know, take you in one of the lifeboats and take you to your port, to the most accessible part of the port. If you're actually docking, then it may be a little bit. But quite honestly, I don't think there's nearly as many ships vying for those spots as there would be when you're in a Caribbean or a Mexican or even a Mediterranean type itinerary. So I think there's probably going to be a ship a day. So I don't think it's going to be.
But my real question is, do we need to book an excursion, or can we, in the Caribbean, you just walk off and you can hire a taxi driver?
Right, exactly. I don't know that I would walk off and hire a taxi driver. If you look at some of the ports, and there are some things that you're really looking at a port and you're seeing, okay, we really want to see this particular thing, I would still book the excursion.
Okay. I mean, I can only look at however many temples. I'm sorry.
Oh, I completely agree. So get that out of the way right off the bat and then do other things. But, there's going to be all kinds of fun things like wasabi farms and kimono fittings and museums and art places. So they'll, do your temples and get those out of the way.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Have a great trip. Thank you for calling,
day.
Debbie. Have a good weekend. 855-616-1620. If you want to talk travel, that's the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. Go to foxworldtravel.com. Look up all this stuff we're talking about. Thank you for listening this morning.
Imagine that unbelievable new deck in your backyard. Outdoor Living Unlimited is Wisconsin's #1 TimberTech deck builder. Building new decks and replacing old ones, creating that $1 million feeling every time you relax in your own backyard. Looking for a company to make your backyard scream wow? Stop by Outdoor Living Unlimited's resourceful Waukesha showroom and visit OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
This change has leveled us up while being able to maintain the same quality of service that we've always provided, with no upfront fees and 1.9% real estate commission. We're proud to be part of the Century 21 family, so you can move fearlessly with the added confidence of top-of-the-line marketing for maximum home exposure. And that means more eyeballs and the real potential for the highest price for your home. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated. First off, our 1.9% commission structure helps get their foot in the door, and that's why agents like working here. But what they really like is having the strongest marketing tools available, with the resources to help them sell homes at the highest prices to satisfy their clients. Century 21 Benefit Realty offers what agents like most, and that's to help them be successful. If you really want to believe in the business model that you're representing, give me a call. I'm Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty. Call me, and let's talk about your future. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Hey, John Mercure here. I am so done with those tangled holiday lights. That's why I'm super impressed with the permanent lighting solutions from Landworks, Wisconsin. Their team installs a discreet professional system that can make your home shine for any holiday, game day, or season with the touch of a button. And their commitment to year-round beauty is what Landworks is all about. It's in their custom-designed patios, stunning garden renovations, and attention to detail. It's Landworks, Wisconsin. They'll take care of you. They'll make you shine. Check it out at landworkswisconsin.com.
Take your travel tips from the travel experts. Welcome back to the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
Dayton Kane here with Rose Gray. Going to be mostly sunny and 71 today. The next 4 days looking gorgeous. So get outside and enjoy it while you can. Siding Unlimited, WTMJ talk and text line is 855-616-1620. This one says, could you talk about how Viator or other tour companies work with Fox World Travel and the tourists to pick up and return us to our hotel?
Okay, so I thought I understood the question, and now I'm questioning myself. So are you reading it like, how do we work with Viator, or how does Viator work?
Both.
Okay.
Try both.
Okay, so we do work with Viator.
Yes.
Okay, so that's one of the what we call destination management companies that we work with. And if we book it for you, then of course you're going to get the confirmation from Fox World Travel. If you book it directly with Viator, you're going to get the confirmation from Viator directly.
Yeah.
So how do they work with Fox? We have relationships with tour operators and service providers. Some of them we don't work with. Some of them we do work with.
If somebody were getting a package deal through you, that could be part of what you set up for them?
Sure. If you were buying pieces and parts and we were putting it all together for you, we would include transfers if you wanted them. And there are shared transfers, and there are private transfers, and there are black limousine transfers, and there are van transfers. So we've got all those kinds of things. But they work with us because we've selected various destination management companies and service providers to work with. And we vetted them, and we feel comfortable with them. And so if somebody came to us and said, hey, could you ever book Joe's service from the San Francisco airport to our hotel on the wharf? And we don't know Joe, we're probably not booking Joe's service.
Right.
You may want to book that on your own if you feel strongly about it. But as I said, we vet all of the providers we deal with so that we have a confidence in them.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Morning. What do I need to know about the Rockford Airport? How early should I be there for a 6 a.m. flight going to Dreams in Watuco with you guys?
Okay, so here's the thing. They're still asking for a 3-hour
That's crazy.
check-in. But I'm going to tell you right now, the ticket counter in Rockford is not going to be open at 3 a.m. I can almost guarantee you that. The other thing is, if you bought what we call, one of those value flights or charter flights that's going nonstop from an airport, did you buy seat assignments, or are you waiting to get your seat assignments at the airport? That's a big factor in determining how early you get there. If I've got my seat assignments, I'm certainly not worried about getting in that line because I've got my seat assignments. If you did one of those things where you just said, assign me when I get there, you may want to be there a little bit earlier. I'm guessing that ticket counter is going to open at 4 a.m.
For the 6 o'clock flight. Okay. So we have a minute left before we go to the news. What does Fox World Travel all do?
So we have 3 basic divisions at Fox World Travel. One is business travel, one is meetings and incentives travel, and one is vacation travel. And within that vacation travel, we also have group vacations, which we've talked a little bit about today, and we also have a destination wedding company. But again, certainly individual travel is our primary or our most the biggest majority of what it is that we do. And so we've got, when you call 866-GO-FOX-GO, you press number 2, you're going to get to our cruise desk. Those are people who are passionate about cruising, river cruising, ocean cruising, all that kind of thing. If you ask us, I would like to talk to somebody about doing an independent travel throughout Italy, maybe that person who picked it up is not a specialist in Italy, and he or she is going to say, but I know somebody in Fox that is. She happens to available. Is it okay if I go ahead and transfer you to that person? And so we want you to have the most remarkable vacation experience possible, and we're going to do everything we can to see that happens.
866-GO-FOX-GO is the number. If you don't want to wait till Tuesday, I'm guessing, because of Labor Day.
Yes.
If you don't want to wait till Tuesday, go to foxworldtravel.com. On the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see Plan My Trip. Actually, it says Plan Your Trip. Click on it. Fill out that form, and somebody will get back to you when they get in on Tuesday. We are going to take a break, go to the WTMJ Breaking News Center with Elizabeth Linton. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Good morning, Dayton. A fatal crash overnight Saturday. A vehicle collided with an ATV on Concordia Avenue around midnight. The riders on the ATV, ages unknown, were transported to a local hospital for treatment. The operator of the ATV was pronounced dead at the hospital. The driver of the vehicle was taken into custody, and the investigation is ongoing with charges pending review. One person was seriously injured after a shooting at a Sheboygan grocery store. Sheboygan police say a 22-year-old man was shot multiple times Friday at the Meijer on North Taylor Drive. The victim suffered life-threatening injuries and was taken by Flight for Life to a hospital in Milwaukee. The man's current condition is unknown. Police say 3 men were arrested from Outagamie County. The shooting investigation is ongoing. An elementary school child was sent to the hospital after being hit by a vehicle while crossing the street. The Unified School District of De Pere says a student was crossing the road Friday morning near Ontario Street to Dickinson Elementary School. The student was taken to the hospital and later went home. The district says it is currently looking at options for partnering with the city of De Pere to improve safe crossings near the intersection where the incident occurred. Taking a look at your roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. At the moment, we are still seeing all clear out there. I'm not seeing any major incidents or any major delays.
Traffic is sponsored by the famous Fox and Hounds restaurant near Holy Hill.
Buy one dinner, get one free tonight at the historic Fox and Hounds Supper Club, including steak and lobster. And desserts are buy one, get one free. Tables are open, foxandhoundsrestaurant.com.
Here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Today, mostly sunny, high of 71 degrees. Overnight tonight, chance for evening showers, mostly cloudy, low of 58. Tomorrow, sunny and beautiful, high of 76. Monday, sunny and beautiful as well, with a high of 78. Tuesday, mostly sunny, high of 78 degrees. Right now in Madison, it's 62. In Waukesha, it's 64. And in Milwaukee, it is 65 degrees. I'm Elizabeth Linton in Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 9:32.
Wisconsin's afternoon news is here for you, bringing you the latest headlines with John McCure.
The FBI has identified the shooter in this morning's shooting at a Catholic church in Minneapolis. Authorities say bullets from 3 different weapons fired from outside the church.
And diving into the details with Julia Fellow.
The person purchased the guns recently, we're told, and the shooter's mother worked at the school.
Tune in to Wisconsin's afternoon news, where your day's story unfolds. Weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. Only here on WTMJ.
Looking for your next unforgettable journey? Travel with Milwaukee's top choice because Fox World Travel was just awarded Best Travel Agency in the Community Choice Awards. Experience award-winning service as you explore the cherry blossoms of Japan, the rugged coastlines of Ireland, or the sun-drenched vineyards of Portugal with Gene Miller. New this year, join us in Scotland for the unforgettable Royal Military Tattoo. With trusted partners like Globus, Insight Vacations, and African Travel, your journey is always in expert hands. Visit foxworldtravel.com or call 866-GO-FOX-GO. Join us today.
Planning a getaway? Reserve a parking space that includes superior service and value. Exec Park is the only local family-owned valet parking serving travelers using Mitchell Field for over 42 years. Exec Park has an even greater deal for a limited time just for WTMJ fans. It's just $8.50 a day with cash payment when you mention WTMJ. To get terrific valet parking at this amazing rate, make your required parking reservation today. Call 414-747-1000 or visit execpark.com and tell them you're a fan of WTMJ.
Staying active, essential for overall health. Proper medical support, essential for staying active. WTMJ's Vince Vitrano for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Whether it's keeping a weekend warrior like me on the tennis court or keeping young athletes in the game, you want the best in sports medicine, that's OAW. Surgeons, nurses, and physical therapists help you recover from injury, avoid injury in the future, and enhance performance. Get care 7 days a week. Walk right in at an Ortho ASAP clinic or book an appointment online at orthowisconsin.com.
Plan a perfect vacation, no matter your budget. This is the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
Thank you for joining us. 9:34 on a Saturday. Fox World Travel Show podcast goes up on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast. Also goes to foxworldtravel.com, so you can check it out there by about Tuesday. Rose Gray, let's talk about FWT. What happens if we text that to 855-616-1620?
Yes, so what's going to happen is it's going to take you to a landing page, as we like to call it, that's going to give you all of the Alaska information. And I know it seems crazy that it is the end of August and we're talking about June, July, and August of 2026, but a number of our Alaska tours, including mine, is sold out. And so it's just one of those things where these people plan Alaskas oftentimes 18 months in advance. And so we've had these up. Remember, I think we talked about this. This is one of the earliest we've ever had these Alaska products out. And so that's kind of what this is about. Just a last push to remind everybody that if you have not, even started to make your plans for the 2026 Alaska season, it's definitely time to
You
do
can't
that.
procrastinate on this one anymore. It's time to do it. Okay. 855-616-1620 is the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. Let's talk London a little bit. We have a text here that says, we're going to London the first week of October. We'll be traveling with a 9-month-old baby. Where's the safest area to stay that is also convenient for sightseeing? Is there a hotel you recommend? And is a day trip to Cotswolds worth it? Should we include Oxford? They're looking for all kinds of stuff about London area.
Right. So what I might recommend is that you actually go on our website to foxworldtravel.com, go to the vacation section, and there is, as Dayton said, kind of a rectangle goldenrod colored box in the bottom right corner. It says plan your trip. You can ask for help for all of those things. You absolutely can. And even though you might say, well, we've already got our airfare, that's fine. We can help you with any of the excursions that you might want to book, any of the entrances that you might need, transfers, that kind of thing. So in my opinion, my two favorite places to stay when I'm in London is the Knightsbridge area. Okay. Or Covent Garden area. Those are like my two favorite places to stay. There's accessibility, there's restaurants and walking and all that kind of thing. And so those are the two areas that I would stay. And then as far as hotel recommendations, again, I would direct the texter to one of our London experts who can probably give you a range. Are we looking for 3-star, 4-star, 5-star? What is it that we're actually looking for? As far as the Cotswolds are concerned, if the baby is, in a situation where he or she is able to travel well, I highly recommend that area. That would be an amazing experience for the parents. It's just a matter of, how's things going in your world at that time with the baby.
Yeah.
So.
And that first trip with a baby, you never know until you're doing it, right?
If you ever listen to Scafidi and Kristen Bry, she just traveled alone with her just under 2-year-old toddler and said, never again. Ever again.
We've taken our granddaughter on several trips, and it's been pretty good.
But you're not traveling solo.
Right. We have a whole crew of people that can help manage.
That is such a big difference, because when you can't take it anymore, grandma can take her.
Right.
And when grandma is ready for her martini and she wants you to now take her off your lap, then mom can take her.
Good point.
So Kristen did it on her own and said no more solo travel with toddlers.
Yeah, I don't know that I'd want to do that.
It's challenging.
Okay, so I'm a little mad at you, by the way, Rose Gray, because after our conversation last week about things we need for, I have had nonstop packages showing up at my house this week for our trip to Italy, and all the things that whole list of things that we could possibly need is now at my house. So my wife has been very proactive on this trip. We don't leave till October 2nd, and she's already trying on clothes and buying me clothes, and it's like, oh my goodness.
I love that, though. I love that, because there's nothing worse than throwing things in the suitcase at the last minute, because then you're doing, do I need this? And then you take it out and all that kind of thing. The other thing is, I love that you're being proactive, because we talked about plugs that you're going to need. We talked about airline seat cushions, and we talked about a number of helpful
bags that protect your credit cards.
The RFID. We talked.
The fan. We got that. We got it all.
Good.
Everything you said. If you want to know what you should bring on trips, go to the podcast from last week and listen to the segment, because Rose went through it all. And it's so easy to get to your house, I found out. It just shows up.
Isn't Amazon a miraculous thing? Oh, my gosh. I love it.
I got to check my bank account. But, yes, we've got it all. We're ready to go. So looking forward to that.
And a lot of people have said to me, I never bring adapters because I can get them at the front desk. That's not the case anymore. I just traveled with a group. I think my last big one, other than Alaska, in July was Scotland, and we had a number of people that didn't bring converters and adapters, not converters, and the desk said, we're out. We have two to lend out, and they're gone. So I would never trust that.
Don't plan on that. All right, we're going to take another break. When we come back, more of your calls and texts at 855-616-1620. It is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Hey, boaters, cruise to Kendor Marine. We've got everything you need but the water. Got an old boat, a new boat in between. Kendor Marine, a upholstery and parts, hard to find things. Kendall Marine. Hey boaters, cruise to Kendall Marine. We've got everything you need but the water. Everything you need but the water. Hey boaters, cruise to Kendall Marine. We've got everything you need but the water. Like a boat-loving kid in a candy store. Kendall Marine. If you have a question, we have the expertise at Kendall Marine. Hey boaters, cruise to Kendall Marine. We've got everything you need but the water.
Easy to find at 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin or at KendorMarine.com.
Networks, streaming services, retail chains, and tech giants are all adding plus to their names. But where did the concept originate? We may be biased, but we think these big wigs found their inspiration for plus at Hasseless Mattress. Hasseless showrooms are employee-free. Give your mattress a try with no pushy sales guy. Plus, our 35 beds from the top 5 brands start at $393. Plus, unbeatable prices on Tempur-Pedic. Plus, free next-day delivery and setup. Plus, free haul away and disposal of your old mattress. Plus, 60-month interest-free financing on select Tempur-Pedic with approved credit. Plus, a $300 MasterCard gift card with your Tempur-Pedic mattress. Plus, a ruggedly handsome spokesman with a smooth radio voice. Get all this, plus a whole lot more when you shop at Hasseless Mattress. Or maybe we should change our name to Hasseless Plus. Nah. Open 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you or shop online at Hasseless.com.
Get started with your no-hassle refi checkup by clicking on the blue button at Accunet.com.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or Sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's 4 walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
Gotta get away? No one does it better. Back to more of the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
I don't know if I've ever heard you play this one before, Isaac. Isaac's in the producer's studio playing our bumper music, getting you on the air with us, and doing a fine job, as always. Appreciate you. All right, let's go to Barb in Waukesha. Good morning, Barb. What's your question for Rose?
Good morning. We have booked a vacation going to the UK, Ireland, and Scotland in September, and I was looking at the seating for the airlines. Most of it is blocked off. There were a few that were evidently pay ahead of time. We're the ones that are blocked off for those who already have reserved flight on the trip.
I don't know. What can you tell us, Barb, what carrier you're flying?
Well, it was booked through American Airlines, but sounds like we'll be taking British Airways.
Okay, so so that's what we call a code share, and they work together. So they have similar programs when it comes to how their seat assignments go. Typically, if you look at the legend, it should either say occupied, which is not the same as the one with the X. If it's got an X, that means they're holding it back. So what that particular those two airlines do quite regularly is they put out seats for sale, and oftentimes those are further to the front. Maybe there's some extra legroom seats that you can see and that you can book for additional charges. And then
we paid for.
Yep.
We paid for premium economy.
You paid for premium economy, then you should be able to choose your seat, one would think. Did you book it directly with the airline or did you book it with the tour company?
We booked it through Jay in your Brookfield office.
Okay.
I think it was from Brendan Vacations.
Okay. If you booked premium economy, I would say then you should have access to a seat map and you should be able to choose your seats. But again, because it's a code share, I don't want to say that exactly. But what I would do is if Brendan booked the air and you booked it through Jay, my first thing would be to email Jay and say, I can't seem to be able to choose my seat assignments. Can you look into this for me?
I have the feeling we won't be able to choose them until 24 hours before the flight leaves.
Okay, and that could be true. That's more of a British Airways thing than it is an American Airlines thing. So that's why I'm hesitant to be very emphatic about my answer, because it could go either way.
Okay.
But that's what you use Jay for. That's why you use a travel advisor. I would go ahead and reach out to her and say, can you help me at least get me an explanation?
Okay, thank you very much.
My
Love
pleasure.
the show.
Thank you.
Listen to it all
And
the time.
Thank you for being a loyal Fox customer. We absolutely appreciate it.
Thanks, Barb. Have a great weekend. 855-616-1620. Hello, does Fox World Travel sell travel insurance? Taking my 85-year-old father to Banff at the end of September. Should I purchase also for any possible hiking injuries?
Yes. So we do sell travel insurance. The travel insurance that we sell is Travel Guard, which is AIG product, which is a Wisconsin-based company. That is not why we sell them. We sell them because we, again, have done our due diligence. We do our due diligence every year and revisit our relationship with that particular partner. And it's not to say that someday we may change, but for the last little while, easily 8 probably years, we've been selling Travel Guard. There are a number of different policies. I am regretting to tell you that the older you get, and the more expensive your vacation package is, the more the policy is. I discovered that as I bought my annual policy this year because it expired at the end of August. And I am now 71 years old and I am in that higher echelon. So I was like, wait a minute, how did this go up so much from year to year? It's because I crossed over into the older generation.
Okay.
And so there are a number of different policies that you can purchase. Some of them cover trip cancellation, trip interruption. They all have some sort of health coverage because, as we find out, when we go on Medicare, we are likely not covered outside the United States.
Okay.
And so I would highly recommend giving one of our offices a call on Tuesday. They can send you a quote. Typically, a quote holds for 7 days, so you don't have to instantly decide if you want to purchase it or not. And then once you've got that quote, you can just go in and buy it.
Okay.
Yep.
So check that out. 866-GO-FOX-GO is the number you can call starting Tuesday because of the Labor Day holiday. 855-616-1620 is the Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line. One segment left in the Fox World Travel Show this week. Get your calls in. Let's talk travel. It's the Fox World Travel Show.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back September 9th.
Curio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Texas Rangers.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in September 9th at 7:05 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
The Labor Day savings are already here at Colders. Right now, you can shop unbeatable deals store-wide. Save thousands on furniture, appliances, and mattresses only for limited time now through Labor Day at Colders. WTMJ's John Burke here. I shop at Colders at all the different stores and online. And you can save 60% on furnitures and mattresses, then take an extra 10% off. That's right, 60 plus 10 on sofas, sectionals, dining sets, and more. Or discover your dream mattress and take home a better night's sleep at Colders' best prices. But that's not all. You can also save even more on appliances with Colders' exclusive Labor Day prices. Take an extra 5% off kitchen and laundry appliances from your favorite trusted brands. At Colders, they guarantee the best price in town. But hurry, Colders' Labor Day sale is only available this weekend for limited time. Shop right now through Labor Day. Visit any Colders location in West Allis, Oak Creek, Delafield, or Grafton, or shop online at Colders.com.
Step up to quality furniture. Get more for your money at Colders. Alleviate your pain. Rejuvenate your life.
Rejuvenex.com.
Hey, Wisconsin, ready to jump into adventure? Grab your passport. Fox World Travel is throwing a free vacation showcase just for you. Discover why we're the state's top-rated agency, turning travel wishes into pinch-me realities. Chat with the experts, including Globus and more, and dive into everything: Epic Alaska, European escapades, serene cruises, and way more. Plus, snag deals you won't find anywhere else. It's all happening Saturday, September 20th at the EAA Museum in Oshkosh. Don't wait. Space is limited. Go to foxworldtravel.com to register now.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. Before you pack your suitcase, hear from the experts. Here's more of the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
Alaska trips are selling out quickly. You want to get the link at 855-616-1620. Just text FWT, as Rose would say, F Fox. W World. T Travel. FWT, all caps, makes it easier too. Send that to 855-616-1620. Get your Alaska trip booked now before they're sold out.
Right, and that's going to send you to a link that is our Alaska Denali trip, as we call it. It's 7 nights on land, 7 days on the Inside Passage, and it is got quite a bit of space on it from May 31st through June 14th. So I don't want to send people to those that are sold out. I want to send them where they can still book, and that particular link will do that. Then we also want to let people know spring break is fast approaching. I hate to talk about
starting. Oh, man.
Exactly. And so now you've got your kids' school calendar. And Fox World Travel did the smart thing. When those charter flights came out to various places like Punta Cana and the Riviera Maya / Cancun, we went in and blocked a group of seats and then put a hotel with it and packaged it all up. So you want to do Riviera Maya, we've got you covered. You want to do Punta Cana, we've got you covered. You want to do Jamaica at the Grand Palladium Lady Hamilton, we got you covered. So these are all like March 28th through April 4th. Remember, Easter is April 5th this year, and so lots of schools are going to have that week prior for their spring break. So we, again, got smart, went in, and we've got all of this packaged up. We're calling it Spring Break Turnkey Vacations, because you don't have to do pieces and parts. You don't have to figure it out yourself. You got nonstop flights from Milwaukee, and we've got the hotel that is family-friendly, bundled with it, and you just go ahead and make the booking. Does that make sense?
It does make sense.
All right.
We have another text here that says, how do I decide among the various hotels at Cancun's hotel district?
And it's why you use a travel advisor. You tell that person that what exactly you're looking for. We had a caller today that doesn't want somebody with a resort with loud music and children. So if you specify that, if a beach is absolutely paramount in your decision, we can cull that list down and tell you where we know the good beaches are. If you want nightlife and raucous activity, we can tell you where those are. And so there's so many. It would be like trying to pick a hotel in Las Vegas. You know, they each have their own specialties and they each have their drawbacks, if you will. And we are there to work with you to qualify you. What are you looking for? Let's figure this out together. And again, we don't overwhelm you with options. Once we've culled that list down, well, let's look at these three first. Let's get going on these three. How many pools do you want? How many a la carte restaurants do you want? Do you need lots and lots of activities and nightlife or not so much? And then we work through that.
Sure. And we talk about group travel a lot on this show, but you guys do all of that. Fox World Travel does business. It does personal, like you can cater in. If somebody, last week we had the question about, well, what if I want to just do a tour on my own in Europe? Well, you guys can help schedule all
Absolutely. And so those are called FITs, Foreign Independent Travel. And we have people that will piece those together for you. You don't like the idea of figuring out European rail schedules. As wonderful as the rail is in Europe, and it is wonderful, it's timely and it's clean and it's fast and it's efficient. Figuring out the schedules is the biggest challenge when you're booking European rail travel. Let us assist you with that. Let us help you with that. You want to know, can I just walk up to the Coliseum and get in? Likely not. Let's talk about how we're going to get you entrance to the places that you want to go. So that's what we do. That's why you talk to a travel advisor. We've morphed through the years. We used to be travel agents. That sounded like you were getting a commission. Well, then we became travel consultants. Well, now we're travel advisors because we're trying to work with you to curate the best possible vacation experience you can have.
And like you said, you don't get a commission. So for somebody to call in, if I get Beth, she's like, well, I don't know much about that, so I'm going to send you over to Sue. Sue's the expert in that, so you can make that happen, and nobody's worried about, I'm not going to make my money because I'm not sending it over there.
Right, and this is one of the things we also point out. This is a Monday through Friday, 5-day-a-week operation. If your travel advisor isn't going to be available, they're going to say, I'm going to be out for the next 10 days because I'm taking my own vacation, but so-and-so in my office has got all of your information, and she should be able to help you. And just like that person puts all their information in our system, if you got somebody and that person wasn't available, at least they can find your reservation. It's not like it's a one-man operation. We've got people on the front lines who are there to help you. And again, we travel so we can bring back firsthand information. Right. And so we know that's going to happen. You want to go on a Christmas river cruise, we're going to take you on a Christmas river cruise. You want to go to Portugal with Gene Miller, we've got that covered. You like the Portugal itinerary that Gene Miller's doing, but the dates don't work for you. Okay, we can still make that happen for you. So, and you've said it a number of times, and I guess I'll brag it up a little bit too. Our website is full of information. Yeah. So much information that sometimes it can also be somewhat overwhelming, but we think we've taken it down to something that is viewable and pleasant to deal with.
All right, we are going to wrap it up for the week. What are you doing for the holiday weekend? Anything
I'm
fun?
doing very little. A wasp stung my finger on my middle finger on my left hand, and I will not be gripping a golf club this weekend.
Bummer.
Thank you very much. And I am taking off on the 5th of September. That's next week, Friday, for Morocco.
Okay.
And so I will be gone, and I will be back in a couple of weeks, and I've got you covered.
You've got people lined up. When you're gone.
I've got people lined up.
You're
so
good like that, and they're good at volunteering and helping you out.
If I didn't have that, I wouldn't get to go on trips, and if I didn't get to go on trips, I wouldn't have firsthand information. So 866-GO-FOX-GO, foxworldtravel.com. We can help you. That's what we do.
Danny Clayton and the crew from Annex Wealth Management coming in next. Thanks for joining us this week on the Fox World Travel Show.
The preceding program, the Fox World Travel Show, is paid for in full by Fox World Travel. The advice and opinions expressed during the Fox World Travel Show are solely that of the hosts and guests of Fox World Travel and not WTMJ or Good Karma brands.
Home is where the heart is. It's also where your comfort matters most. Old windows from 20 years old to the Ice Age are